Yeah, I'm just gonna hit the send button and just kind of work with it, and I'm just gonna kind of chill. A little bit of nice, 1 in the morning, Eternal Tower Tuesday. Even though it's Wednesday, my dudes. I don't even know who's awake at this hour, but this is just the hour I stream at, I guess. Inventory look like. Alright, I need to pause that as well. I haven't gone live in at least like a minute. I'm really close to 100. Crazy. Okay, yeah, I have items. Good enough for me. That was too early to pick that, but whatever. Getting up on the dark shrine is interesting. Oh, we were prepping the safety first. Okay. There we go. And we start on a 6-star. Okay. That guy was just sitting there staring, like... That guy wants to be here about as badly as I want to be here, honestly. I kinda respect it. Finally change weapon. This guy's also gonna do that, so he's dead. Yeah, that's weak to gun. That's weak to gun. It says like non-enemies, it doesn't necessarily matter if you bowl smash them or not, but it's like min-maxing in a game that's old enough to drink, so. I'll do the guy. Every time I swap weapons, I shouldn't have, and then every time I don't swap weapons, I should have. Unfortunately, they were on that. Pretty easy game. Okay. Okay, buddy. Another Saint Hilda for the pile. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. I don't care. Game on overload. I mean, not really. I was going to be napping, and then there were like loud noises in the apartment next door, and then here we are. I've spent like the last 2 days working on the wiki just to populate the Lucille section, because it's like relevant again. Should like probably talk about that somewhere, actually. I'm working on a wiki. Like, the worst thing about it is I don't have screenshots of like all the puzzles. So I have to like check every sector for the puzzle, then like make the solution graph. And then like you only have to do it once and the resources there forever. But it's just annoying populating it now when I could have been doing that like for months. And review, believable. Probably winning otherwise, but winning is subjective because I'll be winning if I get a Wingard drop in the first Dalion that I run, and I can sell it for like 300 million and fund my gear. Some like Halfin or like Oil Baron like buys a Wingard weapon from me. Oh, gross. Goodbye, Gland Gig. Glands and Luxon, baby. In maybe a little fashion, but like, there's not really been a lot of fashion that's come out that I've like wanted. We've been getting some good stuff lately though. but it's been pretty affordable. Problem is that, like, the game's economy is turning into like a Ragnarok Online private server where everyone has like liquid funds and everyone wants to like buy a combat knife, but nobody's actually in Lighthausen like farming for combat knife. It's like that with like Glam Gigas right now. Like everyone wants Glam Gigas, but nobody's in Rayord Gorge like fighting Gigant. So hopefully we get that like Stardust Purple or whatever that people have been clamoring for, like dying dogs. Okay, when we do get new cast parts, they're usually pretty good though, so I'm able to deal with it. I haven't delved too deep into cast fashion, only Type 1, Type 2 cast. I have a character that I have like dedicated for cast stuff, but I don't play fighter, so I don't play Knuckles that often. I could also level him because he's also a Type 1 Newman. He's basically a dying breed. That this thing, I could actually get my other levels this way. I will be back in just 1 second while that cooks. I need to read some stuff. Alright, let's see here. I think that function. Okay, that explains why he was gone for a while. Explains more than a little bit. Bro, the 2-drop runes are so sad. Alright. He's actually pretty tough in this one. Interesting, I guess. This is where I message him. He's there, my dear. level 5 or level 15? Yeah, there's the weakest ones, whatever. He doesn't even have 600 health. Okay. next time has a Devon reveal again. A Seda Rosh limit? Seda level 1 Rosh limit? Discard? Move some of this stuff around. The workstation and all that nonsense. Pardon small delays, I'm trying to do things at my workspace. Here we go. Oh, gross. That's 1.5. Like, they're not difficult enemies, I just hate them. I don't know how to make sense or not. I probably wouldn't care nearly as much if I had an actual, like, ranged weapon that wasn't inaccurate, but that's just what you have to deal with when your build is 80 power materials. Huh. There's a lot of these guys. Took until 4-7 to see a single arc sign. Incredible. I have the wrong weapon. Dude, I'm not paying attention. Oh, that combo was fun. That's annoying. I think this game just reminds me that there were like the DS was like a portable Nintendo 64, and that's just crazy to think about to me. Like, Super Mario 64 was ported to the DS. Rayman 2 was ported to the DS. Like, that's just... I'm probably just easily impressed, but that's just really crazy for me to think about. Star Fox Command, like, game. It was like Star Fox Command, right? I think that was a game that was on like the DS that was like Star Fox. That was like, you had to use the touchscreen to like make it playable or something. I don't know, I just remember there was like... The DS just had a lot of games on it that are crazy to think about to me. It's also weird for me to think about how, like, the 3DS was stronger, and it couldn't even do, like, Super Nintendo emulation until, like, the new 3DS. It's also kind of crazy to think about. Yeah, no, the regular 3DS can't handle the Super Nintendo. From what I remember, the regular 3DS runs like Super Nintendo games at like 20-30%. And you need to be using like a new 3DS for them to run at like full speed. Which is crazy to think about. But I think it's just like a hardware optimization thing. Like, there weren't any like Super Nintendo Virtual Console games on the 3DS either. It was like NES and like Game Boy, and you had like the Ambassador Game Boy Advance titles. And like, I'm pretty sure one of them was a Game Boy Advance port of a Super Nintendo game, which makes it even funnier to think about. Like, it could run the Game Boy Advance. I think it was doing that like DSi mode. So if it was like running it in DSi mode and stuff like that, like, it kind of makes sense. But this is really funny to think about. It's like, you'd think that even Animal Crossing New Leaf would be more, like, processor intense than, oh. Do you think that, like, Animal Crossing would be more processor intense than, like, Super Mario Kart? Or, like, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask would be a little bit more, like, processor intensive than like A Link to the Past. But the system just didn't have like native port for anything like Super Nintendo related. So I think Phantasy Star Zero is a really good game to play if you just want to play a game. This is like a popcorn game. I need to do like the other like story paths at some point. I've only done the human one. Like, they all converge, but I just want to see like the other flavor sets. So please don't play Ranger. Oh god. Ranger's so suffering in this game. That's a good way to do it. Okay, you're saying you're playing Pokemon though, but what Pokemon game is it? What Pokemon game is it? Oh, it's the first Pokemon already. I should really play like Gen 4 and 5. I hate this boss so much. This boss was not made with this game in mind. Annoying. Didn't even drop a red box. I could pretty comfortably just spend the next 10. Like, Gens 4 and 5, now that I got my train of thought back. Gens 4 and 5, I basically completely skipped them. Not by choice, but just because I never had a DS. And every time I tried, like, playing them, I just couldn't get to, like, the starter designs. Even though Torterra goes, like, super hard, because I'm not, like, a stupid teenager anymore. Torterra is like insanely hard to design. I love it. And then I played like gold first, then yellow, then I played ruby, and then I just didn't engage Pokemon like mainline games until X and Y, like X. Try to play so it's not a bad game. Isn't it Ancient Root is the first 7-star of the stream? Which is really upsetting. Expected, but upsetting. Hey man, nothing wrong with it. Like, no matter what people like want to say, Pokemon's just fun. But I am in deep on like the ROM hacking technical side of Pokemon. It's not on this channel, but I did a lot of modding for Emerald. Way back under like older aliases online. And that's pretty cool. I am in insanely deep on Toho Puppet Play to the point where like we have like a modded Pokemon Showdown server for it. And we have like random battles and stuff set up on it. I haven't been there in a hot minute because I've been busy. It's just word I would generously use. But it's been more of a hard... I should probably just dedicate my laptop to it, but... That's an inconvenient time. That's a nice level. Yeah, I really should just play, like, Platinum and, like... I'm thinking White, and White 2, just because I think Reshiram is awesome. I really like Reshiram. But I just like big, strong fire types with like a giant attack stat. I'm so upset that Reshiram's, like, bad. My thing with Pokemon is I just need to be in, like, a really specific mood to want to sit down and, like, play a Pokemon games campaign. Usually when I want to play Pokemon, I just want to, like, play a battle against, like, another player. Even if it's, like, a random battle. I really like the, like, granular, like, strategy game in the PvP aspect. And, like, another thing I have, like, Pokemon campaigns is just, like, if you just really like Metagross or something, you just don't get to use Pokemon you like during the main game. But that's just, like, part of... It's just kind of part of the series of, like, 1,000 little keys in it. And sometimes some of them are late game monsters that you have to go to collect. Oh, Ponyta. That's so sad. Yeah, like, I am not really that big on RPGs, like, in general. Like, a lot of the time, like, as weird as it is for me to say, as much as I am, like, a fan of, like, Number Go Up, it's really difficult for me to, like, sink my teeth into an RPG, and this is an action RPG. I had, like, a Tales of Symphonia phase, like, every impressionable small child of my age bracket had. Because I'm like, wait, RPGs can be cool, but beyond, like, that, it's just, like, Phantasy Star. And, like, Grand Blue Relink, that game's pretty good. There's no way I'd be able to stream it, I'd be streaming it otherwise, but... And it's really weird because, like, I enjoy, like, the resource management aspects of RPGs. Like, I enjoy the gameplay. It's, like, difficult getting through it sometimes for some period. But I say this as, like, a degenerate that likes Neptunian. I liked Rebirth 1 more than 2. Because you only had 3 party slots. So I actually liked it more because we only had the 3 party slots and not the 4. so it was just harder to like break the game wide open. But like I say all this, and then in my own Pokemon ROM hack, I added little no element tornado dance. That's upsetting. I added my own like rare drop grinds for like using like Thief and stuff, just like optional things. I enjoy those little like hunting things you can do, and I enjoy like the resource management aspect of them. I just have a hard time sitting down with things. I think in a good RPG, you shouldn't need to level grind. And I think that's true in a lot of games. You will be like elevated to the level you should be at from just like playing them normally. But sometimes it's really easy to just finally hit like that like numbers wall, and you just have to like sit down and just grind it out. And it's really difficult for me to do that in a single player game versus a like potentially multiplayer game or a game I can play socially. Like I can farm like Terraria or like Rod of Discord, like no problem. And I'm over here chasing a 1 in 178,926.96 drop. I'm not afraid of like bad drop rates or grinds or anything. It's just like it should feel optional and not mandatory. And if it's mandatory, then it should be like minimized and streamlined. I think resource management should always be like the #1 thing and not be like numbers versus numbers. And some games just don't toe that line very well. But it's such a delicate balance, and you can only ask for like so much, and because there's so many games, like if you don't like one, you just play another one, you know? Like at any second, I could decide this isn't fun and just like boot up Buckshot Roulette. And just do that in moment, you know? That is the power that is in my hand. Got Roulette Wednesday. Oh, if it wasn't Dalion Day, I could do that. Absolutely. Roulette Wednesday, Power Tuesday. Hey, we almost have a schedule going at that point. No, all you do is not play at 1 in the morning. Game with Dandy every time. That's a really funny item name, actually. Dark Nathaniel. It could also just be just 2 in the morning and I'm really easily amused. Yeah, pretty much. I should really probably nap when I'm in my tip-top shape for Dalion. I'll probably call this in like an hour or so, just to like get my nap on. I say this every time I stream, but I should just stream like more often. And like once a week, like 1 in the morning. I really do. I don't want to like take it seriously, but I do want to just like hang out with people. It's kind of hard to do that when it's like 2 in the morning. I think it's really hard to treat Fantasy Star as a social game at 2 in the morning. So at the same time though, there's like no streams for Fantasy Star anything on this time slot. So I got 2 of these. There wouldn't really be competition, but it's about consistency and all those buzzwords and all that fun stuff. And that's like a job at that point. That's a daggum job. Probably worth it though. Maybe I should use Twitch again and actually do my export. I don't know. That's a gap on it. Yes, up in it. What are you? Isn't that a generic? That's a generic, but I've never seen that before. second floor dark star enemies now. Right here. So there's been Dark Nathaniel and Heat Abraham, so going through all sorts of elemental powers on regular people. Genesis or is a series. I don't. Oh, I probably need to get that map on before Dalion. I'm gonna be a liability. I'm gonna do one more boss and go map, I think. Because like this is, I need more than like 20 minutes of map, I think. We're gonna finish off this set of 10 and then go lay down, I think. skill hit material? Probably belch on that, I don't know. Man, I wonder what the last enemy was. Okay. It's gonna be all okay, I have a second, so. Okay. Incredible. What is this even on? Alright, 6 more waves of enemies on the boss, and then I'm gonna call it early so I can nap. Because my god, I am tired. I am not in a position to be playing Bouncer and new content. I'm so Dalion. Well, we'll have the good nap after another 5 sets of enemies and a boss. Hopefully it'll be a Force Mother and it will drop like 5 different cycle ones, so we'll have free content. But that'll never happen. Statistically that will never happen. It could happen, but statistically it won't. What I might do is try to Pre-Dalion blind. I might be able to do that. But I feel like the people that would want to watch that would be the people who also want to just fight the boss. So I'll figure that out when I go right now. Okay? I think the progging part of the boss is very important to see. It's like high difficulty stuff, people only ever see like the end of it, they never see the process. I had like probably 20 hours of Dark Souls Ages footage that I just never posted because the runs never cleared. And I never made like highlight reels or anything. And I like deleted it at one point because it was like 100 gigs or something. Wait, it's not dead. Like, a lot of it was just like, oh, I missed a parry, okay, runs over, or I missed too many parries, runs over, or I'm not on pace, runs over, stuff like that, but we will figure that out. And maybe my first Dalion will just drop me a PAL 5 Guard Blade. And I'll have the easiest solo in the world. I kind of hope that doesn't happen. Because it would feel kind of cheap after like all the struggle I went through on Aegis to just like cheat into like the gear tier basically. When I was doing Aegis, I had a lot of runs that would have cleared in Google. Just because I would have been in like the tower and like Civil War. But those runs also played like really bad. I'm kind of glad that I never got that clear, but it's actually remember how to move this one. I don't think I need to like fully heal. Make another shot mother. We can have. This is why we can't have nice things. Are you serious? Are you serious? This boss is hard-coded to avoid photon blast, I swear. Noxious piece of trash. Where will we go? Eat gelatin. Slow gelatin. And this. Bro. I'm not gonna lie, this is a really short stream, but that miss was 100% worth streaming over. That's almost a really good launcher. If I put like Celeb on that or something, use Element Boost, that wouldn't be bad at all. But yeah, what I want to do here, we're gonna go actually get that nap in before Dalion, all that fun stuff. If I remember to turn my settings down, I can probably do some live and uncut Dalion prog. Like, it shouldn't take more than an hour to like get a clear on it, because I have competent friends, but... Ideally it should, I just need to remember to boot so the stream can exist and turn my settings down. also need to do some Lucille runs as well to verify what items I added to that for like wiki stuff, but that's way behind. We will prep that after all the Dalion stuff is up, because getting the Dalion page up first is like the biggest priority. On that note, while I am talking about it, as long as you played it during like an event, you're like functional. Yeah, while I am plugging it, here is this. It is a work in progress, but it is a thing that we are working on because Visiphone is a dying mall, and it just isn't the kind of thing that we want to use it on the information we want. So we're doing it ourselves. The Lucille page is like 90% me. Just suffering. But if you ever wanted to see the Picross sector solved immediately, here you are, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna hop off here. All that fun stuff. And maybe I'll be back in a little bit over an hour for Dalion. We'll see. But yeah, y'all be safe. Hopefully Dalion won't completely humble me. It'll just slightly humble me. All that fun stuff. And